So, hi, Krishan.
Hello.
I was wondering if you could share with us what the main outcomes were for you, and maybe we'll start with session 1, which was when I taught you how to do self-hypnosis, right? Maybe you want to share with the group how you use that and what it has done for you.
So I use it to get into the zone and more focused on certain tasks, and it also use it to de-stress myself, especially in tough situations, and especially because it was the first session was right before a tournament I had, so the first hole I was kind of pretty nervous, so put myself into hypnosis, and from there I just played solidly. And I mean, I did hit a few bumps during the round, but I just put myself back into hypnosis and relaxed and just kept on going, and worked out well. I played really well.
That's awesome. So let's go back to the point where you said you can put yourself in the flow state with it, because that's what most people contend they cannot do on demand. Can you do that reliably with self-hypnosis?
Yeah.
That's awesome. And are you using it during tournaments and such?
Yeah, I usually do it before my first round, before I tee off, a few minutes before, so I'm in the zone. And then if I get out of focus, or I just have a stretch where I just don't feel well, or I'm not playing that well, I just put myself back into it, and most of the time I pick up and get back on track.
That's awesome. Great. Thanks for sharing that. Then the second lesson. All right, Krishan, that was awesome. Let's talk about the anchoring that I taught you, and let's share with the group how you're using that.
So anchoring is basically getting into like this state of motion where you recall past events that felt really good, and where you were just really happy and felt on top of the world, I guess. So I use it more when like during a round, especially because sometimes you just have those days where you just don't quite play that well, but you just think about some shots that you've hit, and then you're like, well, this shot compared to that is much easier. The circumstances aren't nearly as high, so just trying to use that to, I guess, have a more positive attitude about it, because at the end, like, having a more positive attitude makes it a lot easier to play, because you're not as stressed and worried about the outcome.
Awesome. Exactly right. Very good. All right. So let's talk about another thing I taught you, which was basically how to transform an emotion that you don't want to feel at a specific moment, such as anxiety or fear, or sometimes even overconfidence. Tell us how you deal with those things.
So I like to imagine it as like a shape or color, and more like just try to picture it in my mind, and then I try to understand what I'm feeling, and then whatever I'm feeling, I try to promote like the opposite or the more positive like effect to counter, like, to go against it, I guess, to make it less severe. And especially during like a round where maybe you're playing really well, but you still have to keep in the moment to make sure that you don't get in over your head, and like your decision making just goes away because you're just playing super well. And it goes for the same thing if you're not playing that well. You take away that emotion, and then you can think what you can help counteract it, and then you can also do anchoring as well if you want as well, to help you be a little more positive, or just help you get through it.
Have you used that process, which is a little difficult to understand for viewers, I'm sure, but it works really well, because I've been doing it myself and for many clients for a couple of years now. Can you share with us a specific example of how you felt a specific way, and then you used that process and then you felt differently? What was the outcome?
Well, during one of my rounds, I was not feeling great. I had a headache, but I just took out an emotion, and I just said, well, what do I need to help make this better? And then I was like, okay, well, I know that I just don't feel well, so I just try to make sure I kept drinking water. And then after 2 or 3 holes, I felt fine again and started playing well.
Awesome. So you overcame a physical shortcoming that day with that technique. That's awesome. Yeah, it works for both physical and emotional things. Awesome, great. Is there anything else besides what we talked about that you want to share?
No.
No?
You know what he's doing right now? He's thinking, God, when am I going to be taller than Dad? Why am I not taller than Dad? Everybody else's son is taller than their dad.
It'll happen.
It'll happen.
Krishan, one more question I forgot to ask you. I know you've gone through a lot of positive change, and I'm sure your dad has. And I'll ask him in a second, but I want to know from you if you notice any change in your dad.
Definitely. I've noticed, like, before when I'd lose it and just start, I guess, messing up, he would get upset too and just lose his temper. But now he's gotten more relaxed and he's not as worried as now. When I hit the shot, he just tries to keep his emotions much more level. I mean, usually now, instead of getting upset about it, he's like, yeah, you know, you can get over that pretty easily now, and
So he's supportive now.
yeah.
That's awesome. Congrats, Dipak. That's awesome news. So let's switch to you. What, from your perspective, has been the key outcomes for you? Let's start with self-hypnosis, how you use it, and what it has done for you.
It's kind of like this thick blanket is being put on me. It's a thick blanket is surrounding me now, so that when I see things that try to upset me or take me in a different direction, I don't go down that road. I find it easy to avoid confrontation.
That's awesome. It makes life easier, right?
Yes, it has made life easier. And then when you have in the workplace, because it's very competitive here, you have the ability to put the filters on very quickly, so you don't get. And then the other thing that's happened definitely is that when you have stressful situations, you're able to adapt really quickly to that environment, quickly have the solution. Otherwise, previously I sometimes used to get wrapped around the axle.
Yeah.
Quite a lot.
Yep.
But that's now definitely changed.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, and I wish I had videotaped you before we started, because your face is so much more relaxed than when I met you.
Yes, it is actually. I do feel relaxed. It's almost like I get the puffiness under the eyes in a nice way. It's just like, oh, okay, I understand. And that's it. You don't get stressed out over the small
That's awesome.
things. But
you don't sweat the small stuff anymore.
no, not so much now. That's pretty much gone. But I do have a teenage son, and that does raise the sparks from time to time. Yes.
But now you're able to deal with it better.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. What else? Is there anything else you'd like to share as far as outcomes?
I think it's also you learn to accept that you've got a teenage son. They are talented. Yes, for them, it's still very much a learning process, and what we try to do is not be so critical. So you find solutions to say, okay, this is what's happening. Rather than just sort of focus too much on it, let it go, and then just have something like a set of plans of how you're going to solve it.
Awesome. Yeah, perfect. Great. Thank you so much for sharing this with me.
Yes.